Good afternoon, and London is calling. We are south of the river for live Super League action. Will it be a first success for London back in Super League, or will the visitors return north victorious? We're live from Wimbledon for the concluding part of round 5 of the Betfred Super League. Following Leeds' victory yesterday, the Broncos are one of 2 teams yet to win. It's been a tough start to life back in the top flight. They've already played last season's top 3. Today, it's another of last season's playoff teams, Warrington, who are in town. The London Broncos against the Warrington Wolves is live from Wimbledon's Cherry Red Records Stadium. It's been another busy week in Super League. It all started on Thursday night with a come-from-behind victory for Wigan, who got over the top of Salford. Saints came from behind to beat Leeds on Friday night. And yesterday, big wins for Hull KR at Huddersfield. The Lee Leopards putting 54 points past Hull. And the Dragons beat the Tigers last night. Today, the final game sees the Broncos take on the Wolves. What about the teams then? Well, Mike Eccles makes 2 changes for the Broncos. Jack Campagnolo and Dean Parata are back following last week's loss to Wigan. Out go Jordan Storey and Sam Davis. Alex Walker makes his first start of the season at fullback. Campagnolo and Meadows are in the halves. On loan Hull KR man Reece Butterworth starts at hooker. Rob Butler's had a solid start to the year. He's in the front row. Lovell and Jones are joined in the back row by Dean Parata, who locks up the pack. Ollie Leyland starts on the bench. What about Warrington then? They're looking for a 4th successive win. Still no Josh Drinkwater for them. And Sam Burgess is forced into further changes. George Williams is injured, so Stefan Ratchford joins Leon Hayes in the halves. That's a 3rd different combination in the last 3 weeks. Lachlan Fitzgibbon has returned to Australia following a family bereavement. And Danny Walker and Ben Curry have not travelled with the team. The impressive Matt Duffy is at fullback. James Harrison makes his 150th career appearance in the front row. Sam Powell makes the first start for the Wolves. And Paul Vaughan is in the front row as well. Joe Bullock has spent the last 2 weeks on loan at Hull. He's on the bench for the Wolves. So we're here at London then. Will it be a Broncos' first Super League win, Terry O'Connor?
Well, they've got it all on, haven't they? Well, one thing's for sure, they've got Dean Parata back in the side. It's his overall game. He's a huge player for London. He missed last week, failed his HIA, so didn't take part in that game against Wigan. But round 2, 58 tackles, but it's not just about his defence, he's an overall leader. And up against one of the young guns, I love to see this with Warrington this year, what they are doing, bringing all these young players through. Leon Hayes, I think he's brilliant. Reminds me of a young Andy Gregory back in the mid-80s for Warrington. He's tough, creative, good kicking game. There's plenty about him, Mark.
Yeah, he's got a 3rd different half-back partner, so how will he get on here this afternoon in Wimbledon? Well, it is St Patrick's Day. A few Guinness been removed, and as an Irish international, I'm sure Terry would wish to be part of that as well.
Yeah, incredible. They certainly buy into it, don't they? Been over to Dublin a number of times on St Patrick's Day. It's absolutely outstanding, and obviously looking around the crowd, they're taking it to the heart as well, getting the old Guinness down and before the game kicks off, Mark.
Yeah, they will be. It is a good social here as well. I know we've been here ourselves a couple of times, Terry. And certainly after the game, the crowd stick around and enjoy the hospitality that is on offer here at this fantastic little stadium.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The stadium's great, the pitch is great, the atmosphere, the fans. They find it totally different than any other sport, really. The players are so accessible. They're all mixing down in the bars after the game, and they've done a really good job down here in London over the years, and we've seen many players in Super League that have started their careers down here in the south, and they've gone on to have fruitful careers up north, winning plenty of trophies as well.
We mentioned that tough start that they have had, London. You know, they've taken on St Helens, Catalans and Wigan. They were oh so close to getting that win at Hull.
Yeah.
It has been a tough start for them, but what I would say, last couple of weeks they've started to score some points.
Yeah, and even when they played against Wigan last week, yeah, the scoreline suggests they were hammered. They conceded 60 points, but they scored tries either side of half-time, and you thought that 5 minutes into second half, right, they've got a bit of a chance here, and Wigan had to dig deep and show all the skill to get over them, and hopefully they can take that period of the game into this now.
Yeah, Liam Rush, the man in the middle. Our video referee today is Chris Kendall. So we're all set for action then. It is the final game of the round here in London, the Cherry Red Records Stadium. The Betfred Super League action continues every game throughout the season, live and only live on Sky Sports. Warrington in their change strip, the green with a dark blue trim, and it's the all black of London there. Sam Powell making his first start. He's been on the bench, but as we mentioned, no Danny Walker today, so Powell will step up, and a more than able deputy. What a player he's been in the Super League.
Yeah, not a bad replacement. He's a man who's played in 6 grand finals, won 3 of them. So certainly he's going to bring that toughness here, and it's going to be a decent physical start for Warrington. Some pundits last week might have said that they were lucky to get the result against their Hunker. They were under the pump in the second half especially, but years gone by I think they lose that game, but they look a different beast, and I'm really impressed with the youngsters that are given the opportunity this year. Like I said,
they kept themselves in the battle, and now they're looking to work their way out of their own end of the field here. Carry up the middle. There's Parata making a tackle. They lost him early on in that loss at Hull. Missed last week. Such a key component of this London team. And the last one, Warrington have made it to halfway, where Sam Powell will get the ball away. And Hayes will be his go-to man. Launches it high towards the far side of the field, where it's caught on the full. Kershaw's been in amongst the tries in the last couple of weeks and starting to find his form.
Yeah, 3 tries in the last 2 games. He was a player, could have had a hat-trick last week. Played really well, out of yardage, bringing the ball away and getting near the try line. Doesn't need no second chances, really. This is where they struggle, though, Matt. Like the big guns that you want at the back to carry the ball forward. You look at the yardage that they make London here to what Warrington will make when they have the ball.
McCarney is pushed back. Going to work it down the short side here, just trying to pinch some meters as Wrench makes the tackle. But again, Warrington winning the ruck area at the moment. And this has been a good start defensively for them. The Broncos will skip across field. Here is Meadows. Are they going to run it? Meadows challenges the line. He's taken down 30 meters out from his own line. And now the Broncos will put boot to ball, and it's Butterworth who kicks it low over to the far side of the field. Butterworth making his first start on loan from Hull Kingston Rovers, and a decent chase from the London Broncos.
Well, they know that they've got to be good, don't they? Like the meters that Dufty chews up the first tackle, and later on in the tackle count as well, you'll notice him coming in on tackles 4, trying to get a quick play of the ball. And Matty Ashton again, looking at it's quick. They've got some meters before they get to the defensive line.
Yeah, good carry straight up the middle of the field there from King. Here goes Vaughan. That's up just over the halfway line. Powell looks to his left. Are they going to go short? No, they're going to come back up the middle again. Another determined carry, and they're just, what, 30 meters away. This time they'll go again to Hayes. He's going to stand up the kick. There's pressure on Kershaw at the back here. Gets off the ground, does well, but he's going to be collected, and they're going to get him in goal. Great kick, fantastic chase, great effort from Warrington all round.
Look, Warrington play the ball quicker than any other team in Super League this year especially. And when their opposition have got the ball, those play the balls are slower. So they do a good job in defence, they do a good job in attack, and then defensively, they're there to just push the players back over the line. 2 simple carries, really, when you look at what they did in James Harrison, Paul Vaughan. Low-risk plays, but earn the right to play, earn the right to kick on the front foot, and that's the reward.
Yeah. And the sunshine in South London. That's a great goal line restart. He's caught eventually on the full. Dufty will get it away, and he'll invite Vaughan forward, but that's a win, and that's a pretty good contact as well from the Broncos. They've done well off the restart.
Well, that's what they need to do. They need to front up, makes more meters than anyone in post contact. Hayes again, just linking up with Harrison. The 2 big dogs just taking the ball forward, doing the job.
Yeah. Powell centre field then, options here. Gets it away. Ball, lovely short pass at the line there. Can they get another offload away? No, they can't. Crowther it was with the good hands. They're going down the short side here. Warrington looking for the first point. Good tackle round the legs. Had to be as well. Will Lovell with a try saver there. Warrington knocking on the door early on here. Ball to Harrison. 150th career appearance for him today. And they're going here with Vaughan trying to power his way over. Gets an offload away. It's going to be back to 0, and there's a chance here. They're over the line. Can they get it down? The referee wants to have a look at it. He wipes the tackle count clean, and it is Adam Holroyd who's got the ball over the line. Well, that's his first ever career try. What a moment for him. Right place, right time, and the Wolves lead in London.
Well, on the last play, he managed to get an offload. Paul Vaughan was the man who thought he was going to get over the line. Knew it was the last had to try and get it offloaded. Quality play. You just got to be in the right place at the right time. And you can see when he goes in, he's looking for the offload. Steph Ratchford passes it. Adam Allroyd crashes over. Like, he's just got to be there, like he said. He's got to turn up, get yourself in the frame. That's what coaches talk about. Be in the picture. Make sure that if your teammate can get rid of the ball, you've got to be there to get it.
Allroyd's first ever try as a professional. Doesn't matter where you score them from. Get it down over the line, and that's what he did.
Yeah, good player. Tough player he is, Adam Allroyd.
So a great start and a chance here for Stephen Ratchford, who's had to be patient waiting for games. He's right in front. This should be a formality for him. Can he turn the 4 into 6? Ratchford from right in front sends one out of the ground and into the car park, and Warrington lead by 6 points to 0. They got the 6 again, and that made the difference.
Yeah, all that experience. Sam Burgess, George Williams, Martin Gleeson, the brains trust up high in the vantage point, just looking at what their team's been doing. And I say, when Paul Vaughan just set that line, it was quality. Sam Burgess would just give his players the option to go out there and play what you see. He thought he was on. He managed to get the offload away, and from that they scored a try through young Allroyd.
Great start for the Wolves. Now they're going to be helped out here by ill discipline from London. Penalty given away, and not the start that Mike Eccles would have wanted for his side.
No, conceding a try, then penalties. You don't want to be giving the penalty set restarts. We say it all the time. Joe Philbin just ramps up, carries the ball, he wins collision. You're trying to slow him down.
And here goes Vaughan, racing forward, looking to offload. More post-contact meters for him. Butterworth makes the tackle. The ball now goes to Hayes. Hayes with a little drop of the shoulder, breaks his way through the line, and he's dragged down eventually 20 meters away.
It's quality.
He is. Ball now working its way across to Ratchford. Here's Dufty, trouble incoming. Get the pass away, and they're over in the corner. Josh Hewlett is over. Great hands from the Warrington Wolves, and 2 tries in quick succession. They lead London by 10 points to 0.
Well, again, that little shift play to the Super League Young Player of the Year, Josh Hewlett. Quality play, quality build-up from the Wolves. Again, just doing the hard work. They get the penalty from the kick-off from Harrison, just trying to lie on and slow him down. They know that that's going to be key if they want to beat this Warrington side. But to concede 2 tries in the opening 7 minutes isn't good enough. They're just playing off hard work. Leon Hayes goes through. Look at that. He might not be the biggest, but he certainly is powerful. On the back of that play, when he breaks the tackle, they just go out wide, and it's a lovely ball from Duffy. He lets the winger, McCarney, just make the mistake, and as soon as he makes that mistake, you look at him, he just pumps that ball. McCarney comes in, the space out wide for Hewlett. Quality play from that young man.
Yeah, it is. Second try of the season, scored against Castleford as well. And having had a relatively straightforward kick first up, Stephen Ratchford is on the sideline here. Take his time. Great start for Warrington. Look, you mentioned Leon Hayes at the start. It was his line break, wasn't it, that led to that opportunity.
You know, don't be fooled by the size of him. Do you know what I mean? He's a strong player, obviously low centre of gravity, and like I said, like he reminds me so much of Andy Gregory. Now, that's a big call, and he's only a young player, but the size, the shape, the way he plays the game, he likes to take the line on, and we saw in that instance how strong he is when he goes into a tackle.
Can Ratchford add another 2 here then? Sends it on its way. Looks a very good kick. It is a very good kick. Well, Stephen Ratchford might be finding game time hard to come by, but he's not lost his touch from the kicking tee. That's a belter. 12 points to 0.
Yeah, well, all that experience. He might be 35, but he's not sulked about it, has he? And Eccles and Sheridan, like, they'll be frustrated. There's a few London players already in the game, like with their heads down, probably because they're looking at what's in front of them and what they've had to put up with in those the opening 5 games. Like I said, it couldn't have gone any tougher start for them. St Helens, Catalan, Hull, Wigan, now Warrington.
Steep old learning curve for the newly promoted side. First job is to stop Warrington's go forward. Managed to push back in the tackle here. Powell will wait at dummy half, gets the ball away, and it's handed on. Vaughan again looking for carries. He was trying desperately to offload the ball, but couldn't get it away on that occasion. The referee tells him to get to his feet. One-handed collect, and there goes Holroyd. Confidence boosted, I'm sure, by that first try. Powell out of dummy half, and they're going forward now. Dufty's wrapped up. Last one. So the Broncos are going to have a kick to deal with here, and they're going to kick high towards this near side. Ilyas McCartney backpedals, catches it on the full, and that's a great set on the back of points from the Wolves.
And for London, they probably don't need to defend the space. Like Warrington are just flooding out wide and just trying to pull those defenders out wide. When Holroyd got the ball, he split through two defenders, left them on the ground, which enabled Powell to run from dummy half. It's just too quick for Warrington. London just can't quite compete with it at the minute.
No. Can't quite get out of their own end of the field. Maludi wrapped up. He's been a full-back winger, centre so far. As the Broncos bring the ball out of their own 10-metre area. Just going to have to drop the shoulder. Last one, and they've only got maybe 10 metres downfield. This is a big problem for them at the moment. As Meadows is under pressure, he's going to get the ball away, and it's an off-the-cuff kick. It's going to be caught on the full here, and a big advantage for Warrington, and Thewlis is looking to make that count as he's up to the London 40-metre line on tackle one.
And that's the big problem. He said that they only made 10 metres when they were carrying the ball. From that carry from Thewlis, look at them, they're already attacking 30 metres from London's line.
They're in trouble here, and more trouble as well, because Jacob Jones, I think, is down injured on the near side. So they're a man down, and here they go through the gap. Ball back on the inside, and he's there again. Like London buses, two coming at the same time. Adam Holroyd cannot believe his luck. Hadn't scored before today. He's got two in the opening 11 minutes. 16 points to 0.
Yeah, well, a big start for that young man, Adam Holroyd, and a big start for Warrington as well. Like, they're playing quickly, they're playing fast, they're playing flat, they're getting over the advantage line. London just can't quite get back and quite get set to just deal with Warrington at the minute. It looks like it's men against boys at times. Like, the kick goes up, Thewlis gets hold of the ball, straight away he's in attack mode, he's looking up, he's scanning, he's looking for the gap, plays the ball 40 metres out. On the back of that, they come right-hand side. Like I said, there was an injured player down. Connor Wrench goes through the line and unselfishly just tips the ball back on the inside to Adam Holroyd. Just push up, get that attacking shape sorted. And there he is, second try. Not a bad effort for that young man.
I'll be delighted with that. Sam Burgess will be pretty pleased as well. George Williams there. Hopefully won't be out too long. But the team managing perfectly well so far in the absence of Williams. So another kick for Ratchford. Looking to make it 3 from 3. Well, not the start that London would have wanted. But Sam Burgess, despite making plenty of changes today, his side have got off to an electric start here. And they could be in the mood to score quite a few more tries. This then for 18-0, and Ratchford makes no mistake from right in front of the post. And London, their nightmare start continues. A double for Holroyd. Perfect start.
Well, they've just got to make sure they try and... Well, they look like they had the numbers, to be fair. Communications, obviously key. They go into the ground. It's just difficult for them at present.
Yeah, there's Stuart Pearce, former England international, big fan of the Warrington Wolves, and he'll be delighted. This is a home game for him, based down in this part of the world. He's a big fan of the Wolves, big fan of rugby league in general. You'll see him around the grounds this year. He's now forward come Warrington again. It's a better contact. Too many missed tackles early on, Terry, for the home side.
Well, they do average 55 missed tackles a game, Mark, and that's probably a big issue with them. And it's difficult to try and stop some of these big juggernauts, some of the teams that have won so much, you know, in Super League history. And like we said, they've had a tough start, but they're hoping that there's some fortune round the corner.
Ball centre field. Tackle made just short of the halfway line. These two will meet again next week in the Cup up at the Halliwell Jones. is now on the last. Ratchford will hoist it high. Alex Walker at the back. They've been without him for the start of the season, so it's great to get him back. But he's quickly wrapped up by another good chase from the Warrington Wolves.
He only played 24 minutes last week, didn't he? Alex Walker, he's a good player. Last year he ripped it up in the championship, scored in 20 tries. He certainly knows how to play the game. This is what will help him. As many penalties, as many set restarts as they can. Warrington looking to turn the screw and just really get off the line quickly and defend, restricting those meters. But it's just what they can do up here now. They don't get the distance on that kick. It's probably only gone forward, probably 5 or 6 meters.
Yeah, Meadows will be disappointed with that one, but they've got a chance here with ball in hand. What can they do? Parata will get it away to Fenton Rogers. On loan from the Huddersfield Giants. Big raw front rower. Plays it to Butterworth. Here now goes Butler. Butler towards the halfway line. He's wrapped it just over the halfway, and now Parata gets it away. Ball back on the angle, taken forward. Oh, the offload is intercepted. Well, they tried to play early in the tackle count. They come up with an error. They've got to get to the end of their sets.
Yeah, and you know, you can't knock them for trying it, but it's got to make sure that it goes into the hand of one of your teammates. Walker was there loitering with intent. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it.
Here's Hayes, moves it quickly wide. King trying to break through over on that far side. And he's tackled inside the 20. So Warrington looking for some more points early on here. Going better than a point a minute at the moment as Hayes is wrapped up just short of the 10-metre line. They're going to come now centre field, and there's a big sidestep. Good tackle. It needed to be on Crowther to stop him. Last one. Options left and right. They're going to go now to Ratchford, who goes to Dufty, goes out the back. They've missed the tackle on Wrench. They're trying to get him down just short of the line, and this time London's defence. Well, the referee, I think, has said he was handled. It's going to be another set of 6 here, and they're going to power over with Vaughan, who reaches out. But I think he's been held up. He has. Referee was right on the spot.
Well, they go for the simple play, the simple power from Paul Vaughan. Good scramble from London to keep them out. Again, they were troubled over on Warrington's right-hand side.
Walker it was who got underneath the ball. Crowther has a bit of a juggle with that one, and he's tackled. Set restart, so they're going to get it again here, and they're going to again try and punch a hole in the middle. That will attract defenders, and again Vaughan is over the line, and again he's going to be held up.
You can see Sam Powell just gesturing to him what he wanted. He just pumped his hands twice, saying, "Look, I want you to cut underneath me when you get the ball." He did that, set the big fella on his way, and London just managed to keep him up. Didn't get the ball down.
Dominic to the left, they'll go to the right-hand side. Here now is Ratchford. Ratchford with a step off the right boot, cuts across the field. He's looking for a straight runner, but couldn't quite get the ball away. He was patient. Warrington have got numbers here around the ruck area again. They're trying to bundle over, but it was a forward pass. So London, well, they do survive on their own line. Back-to-back sets.
Yeah, the line ball from Sam Powell. He acknowledges that he made the mistake. Probably needed to go out the back or just keep hold of it when Crowther had run past him on that occasion. No, look at this Warrington side. Over the years that you look at Warrington, like they're surrounded by clubs, aren't they? Likes of Wigan and Saints, even Widnes when they were in Super League. All of them produce their own players. If there was a criticism of Warrington in the past, it was they never brought the players through. But the 7 players that have come through the system playing today, Gary Chambers, director rugby, Ryan O'Brien ahead of you, do a good job. If you look at the likes of Maxwell, 3 games, Thomas Whitehead 4, Leon Hayes 7, Adam Holroyd 11. That's the future of the club. Any good club needs the youth system to come through.
Yeah, indeed. We've seen it at St Helens, at Wigan, at Leeds.
And the problem with Warrington, or not a problem, is they probably had too much money where they could go out and buy anybody that they wanted with experience.
18 points to 0 here at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. Warrington in front as the ball works its way out to this near side. 30 metres from their own line, the Broncos. Now Campagnolo kicks high. Might just fall in front of Dufty. Gets a heck of a bounce, and it will be collected by Dufty. That just allows the Broncos to get to him. But once again, Warrington are going to start just a yard or so short of the 40-metre line.
Well, let's see what they can do here now. Let's see how they can read what's unfolding in front of them. And it was good line speed, trying to get all the Fewlist, wrap him up, show some intent when they take him to ground. And just try and make that play the ball a bit slower.
Easier said than done as the ball's dropped back to King, who offloads. Gets it to Ratchford. Here's Holroyd. Runs at Campagnolo, makes the tackle with a little bit of help there from the back rower. There's the ball with Powell, gets it away to Vaughan. Short pass to Harrison, looking for the offload. He just couldn't get it away. Hayes was rushing up in support. Well, they didn't get the pass away. Patient, though, from Harrison. Didn't push it. Here's Hayes. He's spotted a gap. He's kicking in behind here. Kershaw's going to have to be quick, and they couldn't take it in. Well, Ashton is looking appealing that he was impeded. The referee waves it away. It'll be a 7-tackle, 20-metre restart.
Yeah, well, the race was on, wasn't it, between Kershaw and Ashton. Both of them, two quick wingers. And you can see it was a perfect kick, but he just couldn't quite get to the ball to ground it. Ashton.
There's, of course, a football stadium here. The grass very short. So when you put your kick in, it might get an extra bounce. There's almost an intercept there. Referee will call that back. The pass was batted down. They're taking chances, London.
They've got to take the chances. When they throw that ball, if it goes to Kershaw, Ashton had jammed in. He'd pull the trigger and come in trying to close the centre down. If that goes, he's got a bit of space. I'm not saying he's going to go around Dufty, but it gets them field position that they need. Unfortunately, they made the mistake. Oh, sorry, unfortunately for Warrington, they've made the mistake, and London will get another set.
Well, half the pitch in sunlight, half the pitch in shade here in South London today. Broncos bringing it forward then. Not been the greatest opening quarter for them, but there's an offload in that tackle. Campagnolo gets it away. Ball's going to be driven forward here. That's a bit more like it from the Broncos. They're going to have to take chances, but they've earned themselves a penalty here, and that comes on the back of some good go forward.
Yeah, well, hard work will get you rewards. So Hakim Maludi, a player that everyone knows, will get an offload away. Like, you've got to just get on his shoulder. Something will come of it. Too much in that for the referee. Liam Rush, they get the penalty. And good field position that they desperately need. It's just what they can do with it. Don't panic. Don't panic would be the main point they need to tell them.
They'll feel like they've got to score here, but they don't. They just need to spend some time down this end of the field. Their first real foray forward. As we approach the halfway point of the first half. And a tackle is made. Ball now works its way inside the 20. 15 out. So Warrington got some questions to answer defensively here. They're going to attack the short side with Meadows. Short pass. They're trying to get Lovell away. He's going to be held up just a yard or so short of the line. Coming back to centre field now with Meadows. Gets it away here to Parata, to Campagnolo. Gets it to Maludi. Maludi's got the man outside him. He's going to go in alone, and Maludi scores. Try for the London Broncos. Or is it? Referee wants to check it. Might just want to check the grounding here. Liam Rush is going to hand this one upstairs. Are the Broncos on the board? He thinks so. Let's hear from our video referee.
Okay, so we're checking the live call of try. We're checking the grounding. Maludi is in possession. He's still in possession. And he grounds the ball in the in goal. Thank you, I've made my decision.
So one look was all it needed. Hakim Maludi. Well, he got a double at Hull, and now he's got one against the Warrington Wolves. And the London Broncos, who needed points, have got their first try of the afternoon. Maludi's finish narrows the deficit.
Well, it just goes to show what they can do if they have that field position. 21 minutes, they've been under pressure. The first time they've really had a look at Warrington's line, and Hakim Maludi, the box of tricks that he has. This is exactly what they need. So they shift the ball from one side of the field to the other. There's enough players in motion, and that's good play. Good play from Hakim Maludi. Gives them the points that they desperately, desperately need. And it's not, don't panic as well. You know, you've got to be comfortable in your surroundings sometimes where you're playing on the pitch. And like you said before, they've got to be up there and they don't have to panic on that play. Whether they build through the set to 6, but they've come away with points, which is a bonus.
Well, it's going to be Maludi who's going to try and add the extras himself.
Cheers, Neil.
Can he convert his own try? I mentioned his versatility, but he has got that X factor. Look, we all know Hakim Maludi. He's got errors in his game, but he's also got bits of brilliance as well. And London have taken a chance on the brilliance because they need that X factor to score some tries.
Every time you watch him play, that he does cause problems. Played fullback, wing, centre, played a number of places. And you look at where Mike Eccles has got his team playing, he just wants them to go out there and have a chance.
He hasn't quite been able to add the extras, just pulls it towards the near post and wide of the target. But Maloudi's trying, interesting here, the likes of Meadows, Campagnolo and Parata all involved.
Yeah, and that's what you want, your key players, your spine players, the ones who are going to choose how you play and where you play. They've got to be involved, they're the brains. And Maloudi goes over, like I say, Mike Eccles will be happy to get on the board.
He will. That'll have been a heart-in-mouth moment for Ilyas Makani as well. He's on 99 career tries. I think he was waiting for the pass, wasn't he, for the 100th? But he's got to wait a little bit longer. Been a great servant to London Rugby League, Ilyas Makani, so it'll be a fine feat as and when he reaches the 100-try mark. But London, well, they had to hit back, and they have. And now they've got a bit of go forward as Butterworth pinching metres out of dummy half.
It's amazing what a try can do for you, isn't it?
Bit of belief.
Yeah, and the biggest thing for them, is making sure that they get to the kick, like you said earlier on in the game.
Here's Meadows, gets it away over on that far side. Tackle just over the halfway line. They'll argue they didn't have a lot of ball in that opening 20 minutes, but they've got it now, and they're going to be wrapped up just over the Warrington side of the halfway line. 3 in the tackle. Last one. They're going short side again. Meadows is going to punt downfield, trying to pin Dufty back, but he's overclubbed that, and Dufty will catch it in goal, and that is a mistake from Meadows. Yeah,
you've just gifted Warrington 20 metres there. Probably just pull back on the weight of that, maybe the height of that, and just get down, just trap it in the corner, even if it's on the floor, looking for the sideline.
So Warrington, now London are racing off the line here. They're looking to put some big shots on. They're looking to try and force a Warrington error. Warrington so far have been good.
Try and catch the play as well, hold him up for a second or two before taking him to the ground.
Oh, another forward pass. So Sampal is not happy here. He's going to speak to the referee, Liam Rush. He feels that that was a harsh call. But it's just the type of break that London needed.
Well, it's a couple of times I'd have been pulled up for a forward pass. And it's Leon Hayes, was it on to Toby King? You just got to make sure, just buy that bit of time. Look, you know that the opposition have got a bit of confidence about them now because they've scored a try. So they're getting off the line quickly. Just stand that bit deeper. Give yourselves a chance.
Yeah, fast-paced game so far. And London have it 40 metres out. They're coming down this near side with Campagnolo. Maloudi's well met there. No chance of an offload, and he's getting dragged backwards here.
That's good defence, isn't it?
Well, he does get an offload away right at the end, but then they lose the ball. Well, Maloudi's pass went to ground. Jones tried to get the pass away, and they end up knocking the ball on, and that is a chance gone begging.
Yeah, well, Jacob Jones, he just passes the ball. You know, you said just don't panic whatsoever. Well, there's the offload. Then you don't have to play on that. If you think there's a bit of pressure coming from the inside from Matt Dufty, look, you get driven back. Hakim Maludi does an amazing job to get the ball away. And then you try and play, not sensing that Dufty's on the inside, forces the error.
Frustration for the Broncos. So we're back where we were about a minute or so ago. Warrington have got the ball just short of the halfway line. Here they go now.
They just want some small wins, don't they? At the minute they manage to cross the line, they get over the line, and then they make a mistake on the back of that.
And what we see the good teams do, they punish opponents when they make errors in their own half, and London didn't do that to Warrington then. So Warrington are coming forward now with Vaughan. Up the middle, good offload, gets it away. Here now is Powell. Powell trying to fight for every inch he can. 20 metres away, centre field. Crowler steps in at dummy half. He will get the ball away. There's Musgrove, gets it away. Ball back on the angle for King, looking for work. Nice bounce pass. Gets it to Thewlis, who's just asked, and he asked the referee, and the referee told him, you've got to take the tackle. So good communication there between player and official. Means that they can carry on with the set. And here's Vaughan again. Seems to be taking every other carry at the minute. More post-contact meters for him.
He's huge for them, isn't he?
He is. Got them within 12. Last one. They're going short to Crowther. Not the best pass, but it gets its way to Dufty. Kicks in behind. There could be trouble here. Kershaw. Well, he was waiting for a bounce. He was cool under pressure, Kershaw, there, and he got the bounce he needed.
He had to be brave, didn't he? He was under some pressure from Ashton, and the ball picked up by Dufty, kicked to the corner, and he just manages to let that ball go over.
What can they do off this set? 7-tackle set. Maludi bumps off one. Trying to wrestle his way forward. Well, he did get an extra couple of meters. But Warrington stay disciplined and effect the tackle well. Towards the 40-meter line come the Broncos. Well, they've stopped the flow of points. And Butterworth's getting busy now. He's starting to see some gains downfield. He finds an offload. Turns the ball back underneath. Over halfway they go with Campagnolo. So Butterworth's starting to get a bit of joy now.
Well, when hookers run from dummy half, it's because they've won the play the ball, and they can get a quick play the ball. Either markers aren't set and they just go. So that's a good plus for London at the minute.
It is. On loan from Hull Kingston Rovers. League One Player of the Year last year with Dewsbury. Here's Maludi again. Feint a kick, in and out. Then he does kick, goes to ground. Wasn't taken down illegally. Dufty danger. Dufty's away. They're not going to catch Matt Dufty. He is racing. 90 metres, evades the tackle. And Dufty races the length of the field to score. Maludi's kick was as good as a pass. The Warrington fans celebrate. Warrington extend their lead. Dufty's in red-hot form. That was a chance he was never going to turn down.
Yeah, well, you look at him in round 3 and 4. He made more meters than anyone else in Super League. And it's because of breaks like that. He's hot, his acceleration, it's quality. 4th try of the year. His kick returns are with interest every time. And then you look at him. You look at what he does. As soon as he gets hold of the ball, defenders just panic. They plant their feet. They're beaten already. They're looking at a man thinking, right, who's going to help me out here? Matt Dufty comes up with a try out of nothing, really. And themselves, they get the kick away from Hakeem Maludi, and you can just see Jacob Jones, the number 29, he plants his feet, and that is just manna from heaven for that man. When he sees a player that plants his feet, it's just like in and away, step gone, speed to burn, nobody can catch him.
We mentioned the X factor of Maludi. Was that the wrong option, do you think, putting the kick in? Well, hindsight tells you it was, but
well, it's like Hakeem Maludi. Well, he'll win you games because of players like that, and he'll come up with brain explosions as well because he is that type of player. But that's why you sign him, isn't it? Sam Burgess knows exactly what he's got. He has got some really, really good senior players that lead by example, and he's got now some young kids to come on, like Paul Vaughan. Like over the last few years that he's been here, his go forward is immense. He does a props job, and that's how you play the game. To me, as an ex-prop, he takes the game to them.
Here's Ratchford again, 10 to the right of the posts. He's 3 from 3. Half an hour gone. Strikes it straight through the middle, and it's 24 points to 4. Well, London were just starting to fight back into this contest, but Matt Dufty might just have snatched it away from Mike Eccles and the Broncos early on here.
Well, it's like a coach killer, isn't it? Do you know, he does a decent job. He goes in a way, he maybe goes down a bit too easy, maybe playing for a penalty then, Hakeem Maludi. And as soon as he gets the ball, Matt Dufty, there's nobody going to come close to him. And you can see he gets that ball down. Kershaw just comes across to cut the angle down for the kick.
Ball working its way forward from the restart.
Move, Marcus. Hold it, wait. Hold.
And the Wolves happy to be back in control. There's Joe Bullock, who spent the last couple of weeks at Hull. He went there to get some game time, and now he's game ready for the Wolves. And he's into the action from the bench, as is this fella, Zane Musgrove. Powerful run from him.
No, you're thrashing around.
And Warrington here, rolling downfield. Nice kick from dummy half, turns Walker around. And we just mentioned it, didn't we, the football field. It's a slightly harder base maybe. You've got to be aware of that when you're kicking downfield.
Yeah, just too much on that kick from Sam Powell, kicking on the 4th play. He spotted some space behind that defensive line, but just didn't get the correct weight on it.
Here's McCarney. Well, a setback for London. How will they respond? They'll respond by bringing it up to the 30, but look at that for aggressive defence. Look, Sam Burgess will want his team to score some points today, but he'll also be looking at that one, the defence and the aggression that his team can show today.
Yeah, and different attitude in them since Sam Burgess turned up. You know, like, Sam Burgess wouldn't ask any of the players to do what he wouldn't have done himself, and the players will look up to him and respect that sort of thing. When you look at some of the lads that they've got, some of the best in the world, not just in Super League, that they've got, to give a penalty away here again, it'll help London. But I think that there's a mental toughness with this Warrington side this year.
King has been penalised. Ball still, all in a touch far side. So the Broncos are back on the attack. Can they get a second try here? Short pass up the middle. They'll carry it over the 30-metre line, centre of the field. Nice tackle on the legs by Bullock. Now the ball working its way with Parata. Gets it away to Meadows. Here's Walker. Walker had Kershaw outside him, just puts the brakes on. It's interesting how deep Parata goes into the line. He's such
really
a good hand. He's got such good hands.
Yeah, really does fix those defenders.
Here he is again, gets the ball away. Short pass this time to Jones, on loan from the Leopards. Back with his former club. He's wrapped up 15 away. Butterworth waits at dummy half. Gets it now to Parata. Again finds Meadows. Is the kick coming? Here it is. Takes a deflection. It might find its way out wide, but it's picked up by the Wolves. And they come up with a ball on their own 10-metre line.
I think it's Leon Hayes who manages to stick his foot out. Sometimes players will say that that's a dangerous play because you don't know where that ball will ricochet, where it'll end up. If the winger's dropping back in the pocket, and again you go at the line, you kick the ball through, you can see Hayes, because Matty Ashton just covered it across the back, but there was space if that ball went through.
There was. Meadows was on it if it had gone his way, but ifs, buts and maybes, not good enough. The bounce of the ball favoured the Wolves, and they are now rolling downfield again, and they're over the halfway line again. They'll be looking for more points to wrap up this first half. In a good performance so far. Last tackle, Ratchford will hoist it high. Walker waits inside his own 10. This one he will catch. He thought about giving it to McCarney, but opts to take the tackle. And the Broncos will start 10 away. So plenty of live Super League action coming up. After the Challenge Cup break, Castleford leads on Thursday the 28th, kicks off Rivals round. Then what about this? Good Friday, Hull KR, Hull FC, 12:30. And then Saints against Wigan. The top two in the Super League, 2:45 on Sky Sports action. Warrington take on the Dragons, looking to revenge a round one loss. And it's Salford Lee on Saturday at 5:25. And we round off Rivals round. London taking on Huddersfield here on the 31st of March. So much to look forward to as the Broncos challenge centre of the field. Looking forward to Rivals round in the Super League. Couple of really big clashes. That's a really high kick. Should be dealt with on the full. Is eventually Ashton fell to his knees, and he's well tackled on the 20-metre line.
Should be dealt with. That was a wicked kick. I'd love to see you stand underneath that mark. No kick. Pressure. That's what needed. Just ask some questions at the back from your fullback or from the opposition's fullback and wingers, and get some height on that ball, and just kicked it into the belly of it. It was going everywhere. It was a good take from Matty Ashton.
Yeah, really good take. Well, now with Bullock, they try to get off the line and hit him. Parata brings his man down. Still time for more points here for Warrington. Musgrove working the centre of the field. Gets an offload away. It's a good one as well. Ratchford will turn it back for Holroyd, who spots a gap, but he's quickly closed down. He's left markers on the ground here. Last tackle here for Hayes. Thought for a moment they may run it. He just puts the kick deep. Kershaw on his own line will collect it. Looks to try and bring it back. He's wrapped up. And London have got the ball back with 3 minutes to go to the break.
Well, that's it. It's a massive 3 minutes. They can't concede any more points. Maybe even get over like they did last week against Wigan just before the half-time. Make the team talk for Mike Eccles a bit easier.
Here's McCarney. I thought they were going to run it along the back line there, but Marcus Stock, I think, might have been just having a breather, thought better of it. Here now is McCarney, gets it away. They're going to go for the chip out wide here. Maloudi's after it. He needs a bounce. He's going to get one. He just couldn't take it in. He just couldn't haul it in, Maloudi. It was brave from the Broncos, but the bounce again just favoured the Wolves.
You like it though, don't you? You like what you see. You know, ask some questions. You're not going to beat Warrington by going up the guts and running over them. You've got to come up with plays like this. Hakeem Maloudi, he called for it on the sideline. Unfortunately, it just doesn't get the bounce. Campagnolo, great kick. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it.
Yeah, needed slightly longer arms there, Hakeem Maloudi. Got his hand to it, but couldn't drag it in. Here's Bullock. What that does, it means Warrington have got it on tackle one over the halfway line here. Ball with Powell, gets it away to Crowther. Pass to Musgrove is knocked forward, so the Broncos get it back. Maloudi wants it. Now what's going to happen here? Well, you were expecting something unexpected, and in the end, even he thought, I better just take the tackle here.
You know, just be a bit sloppy. Just couldn't tear that ball in, Musgrove.
They're going to come back to the spot of the initial knock-on because there was no advantage to London.
You've got one set of 6 now before half-time. Everyone needs to turn up for each other. Well, they struggled to break teams down. They scored 6 tries from kicks this year, and that might be the biggest friend if they can get down to near the try line.
McCarney will take it forward. Crowther with the tackle. Philbin involved as well. They stand in the tackle there, McCarney. Leaves the defender behind him. Butterworth is off again on his bike. He's getting some nice meters, and again an offload. Finds Meadows. He gets it away in turn. Kennedy, I think, on the end of it, he couldn't get the offload away, but that was better again from London. Whenever Butterworth is running, they look a different entity, and he's off again here. He'll get it away. Short pass there, almost through the line. Lovely offload for Walker. Walker needs support. He's not there. He's tackled 2 meters away. Big chance here for London. That was the best we've seen from them this afternoon. Here now is Campagnolo. He's coming back down the short side. He couldn't get the pass away. McCarney thought he was over. Agony for McCarney. If the pass had been made, he was over. Not the best pass. Went behind Parata. That'll be play on. Butterworth will get it. Gets it now to Meadows. Meadows has got Kershaw on the far side. He drops it back for Lovell. They need to keep this alive quickly here, or time will beat them. They don't get the ball away, and that will be half-time. Well, the Broncos can't believe it. They thought they'd busted Warrington, but Lovell went to ground on the tackle, and the clock ran out, and it beat the Broncos on that occasion. It's been a very impressive performance so far. A couple of tries for Adam Holroyd. His first 2 tries in his career means that at half-time, London for Warrington 24. We'll have all the reaction to the first half to come, but a good day for Adam Holroyd. His first try for the Wolves. Yeah, another busy day of sport. What about this? The final round of the Players' Championship is live right now over on Sky Sports Golf. Day 4, who will get their hands on the prestigious trophy. Trophies on offer as well at Indian Wells in the tennis. Gets underway at 5:30 on Sky Sports Tennis this afternoon. Finals day at Indian Wells. Here in the Super League, it's Warrington who have the lead at half-time. Impressive opening for them, saw them racing to an 18 points to nil lead. Maloudi got a try back, but that dusty try on half an hour, a big impact on this game. Let's have a look at the first half then, Terry. Wolves got off to a great start.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes, they came out the blocks, didn't they? I thought they were exceptional the way that they played. You can see Paul Vaughan always set to line, gets the offload away, and young Holroyd loitering with intent under the post, goes in for his first try. Just big play, big power from Warrington early on in this game, and for Holroyd to capitalise. I've been very impressed with the youngsters. Leon Hayes, another player who, you know, I said in commentary, he's not the biggest, he's certainly powerful, very strong round the hips. He punches his line and he goes through, and on the back of that the ball goes out, and it's a clever play from Duffy, who just holds up. It's about timing. When Duffy gets this ball, he reacts to what the defenders are doing. McCarney shoots out the line in the space out wide for Foulis. It takes him a bit of time to score one try, and then another one comes along a few minutes later. You can just see Conor Wrench, again, quality play from him, gets through the tackle. He goes through, he's just looking for support. Unselfishly gives the ball to Allroyd, and he goes in for his second try. At that point, you thought it was going to be a cricket score. But then, the first time that they get any field position, Hakeem Maloudi, one of the most dangerous players in a London jersey, he gets them over the try line. Exactly what they needed at that point in time to just try and stop the flow, because they were getting an onslaught that opening 15 minutes, but a bit of belief now for them. But then Hakeem Maloudi, if hero to villain, there was a bit of space around the sticks if he would have kicked the ball in field. He kicks the ball straight ahead, and who's there? Probably the fastest man on the field in Matt Duffy, playing full of confidence at the minute. He is. He just gallops away. Lee Kershaw comes across, tries to just cut down the angle of the kick. He needed to kick the ball in towards the sticks, not directly into the path of that man, Matt Duffy. And just look at him, poetry in motion, gets the ball, gets over the try line.
They did have chances after that, London, but they couldn't take them. What about the stats then from that first half? The first 40 minutes that went really well, but possession-wise was actually probably more even than you thought, as were the completions, but the big one.
Struggling for meters. Do you know, if you look back at all of the games that they played, struggling for meters, also the missed tackles again. 23 tackles. Warrington, just 3 missed tackles. They've turned up here with a defensive attitude. They're not looking at who they're playing. They're looking at and concentrating on what they're doing.
They've shown London they can be dangerous when they get the ball down the right end. The problem they've got, they can't really afford to concede too many more tries, and they've got to get down that end.
Yeah, get down there, stay down there, don't give penalties away. You set restarts, get on the back and play off the back of a strong kicking game. Kick to the corner, kick the ball away from Duffy and defend that next set of 6.
Well, it's a lovely sunny day here at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. The fans are enjoying it, and it's probably the Warrington fans that are enjoying it slightly more. Maloudi's try gave London hope. Can they build on it? Second half is next. No live Super League next week, but we are back with a bang. Rivals round gets underway. Castleford against Leeds, 7:55 on Sky Sports Action, Thursday the 28th. And what about this for a double header? Hull KR take on Hull FC, 12:30 Sky Sports Action on Good Friday. And a Good Friday might get a little bit better when St Helens take on Wigan. Top 2 as it stands. That's 2:45 Sky Sports Action on Good Friday. And on Saturday, Warrington will get the chance to avenge a round 1 defeat to the Dragons when they meet at the Halliwell Jones. That's 2:55 on Saturday the 30th of March. We follow that up with Salford against Lee, also on Sky Sports Action, and we round off the weekend. The Broncos are back here at Wimbledon as they take on the Huddersfield Giants. So some great rugby league action to look forward to. We've got a great second half to look forward to as well here. Warrington in command, but London did show towards the end of that half that they have got the tools to break down Warrington, but Warrington will be hoping they can kick on. A big win here potentially puts them top of the Super League table tonight, so plenty at stake for both sides here, and an interesting second 40 minutes in prospect. The Broncos, well, they've found a great new home here. We like coming here to Wimbledon, but the Wimbledon fans and the home fans want to see a victory.
Yeah, desperate to see their side win in Super League. They said the opening 5 games, it was tough for them. They always knew it was going to be tough. They needed a big start. Need a big start in this second half as well. Last week, we saw them against Wigan, scored just before half-time, just after half-time as well, to give them a bit of life and a bit of hope. They need to do that again. Need to come out firing all cylinders, believe in themselves, believe in what they're doing, believe in what the coach has said to them at half-time. Mike Eccles, just turn up, go out there, play. If you spot something, lads, just back yourselves and do it. Can't just sit back and wait for Warrington to play.
So what will Sam Burgess, on the other side of things, what will he be saying to his players at half-time?
Don't switch off. Don't switch off. Look, they've got players that are dangerous. They've got nothing to lose, these lads. You're playing against a team here that is desperate. They are absolutely desperate for the first win. The first performance. Ryan Sheridan, Mike Eccles. Like, you can't structure them too much. You can give them a game plan. Look, you need to do this, you need to do that. What they need to do is the basics really well against the Warrington side. That, look, they'll come out of the blocks. 100% they'll come out of the blocks and focus on them.
Yeah. We heard from Mike Eccles earlier in the season on Sky Sports. We know they're without several of their bigger forwards, and that is proving to be a problem for them at the moment. But when they get the ball, they're in the mood to play, and they'll get it first in the second half as Meadows catches it, gets it away, and we're back underway here in the Betfred Super League. Final game of the round then. And the Broncos looking to overcome a half-time deficit. That's not the way to do it, though. Ball's on the ground, and Warrington have got it back. What a nightmare start there for the Broncos.
Said you've got to turn up for your teammate. No one turned up to get that ball then. Poor play. You can't excuse that, in all honesty.
That is a sporting disaster. They have turned the ball over here, and Powell waits a couple of metres away. Gets it away to Crowther. Crowther finds Ratchford, who finds Dufty. Quick hands, and they're away, and they're over. Dream start to the second half. Thewlis is over for his second in the corner. And having received the kick-off, the Broncos managed to concede the first points within a minute. Warrington extend their lead.
Well, we talked about a big start, and this is what they needed to do. They had to come out, and they had to nail that first set of 6. Nobody turned up. I think it was Will Lovell who initially turned up to carry the ball, and then he just pulls out of it. Look, the pass could have been better, but Warrington, you don't need a second chance here when you're playing. Warrington get the ball, they spread it wide. Thewlis goes in for his second, but all on the back of a mistake. An unforced error. It wasn't even as though they lost the ball in collision. They threw it on the floor. You don't give Warrington a chance like that without conceding points.
Well, Mike Eccles will be furious. I think Sam Burgess will be bewildered, because I don't think he's made his way back to his coaching point yet. He's just seen it on our Sky Sports monitors here. I think he was expecting his team to be defending. Stefan Ratchford will look to add the extras. He's perfect with a boot so far. 4 from 4 for him. There we go. Sam Burgess just finding out what happened with that try. Hopefully Terry's explaining it well. Did you do a good job then, Terry?
Well, he's just come over, and like when Sam taps you on the shoulder and says, look, I want to talk to you, you know that he was just informed me saying that, look, Steph Ratchford, he kicks this, it's 38 successful kicks in a row. Wow.
So
what's the world record? Is it 41-42?
Well, here is Ratchford then. It's a tough one. A very tough one. Sends it on the way. Looks a pretty decent strike. The touches haven't moved. And Burgess is applauding. Well, he's on a roll, Stefan Ratchford. And look at the reaction of his coaching staff. Brilliant from Stefan Ratchford.
Brilliant from Stefan Ratchford, and Sam Burgess said it with so much conviction. It must be true what he said. And again, they're not making that record easy for him, are they? Scoring on the sideline, but plenty of confidence. We talked about that in the first half. He's a player that is coming to a side, and he's been one of the standout figures over the last 10 years in a Warrington jersey, and he's had to bide his time on the sidelines with Sam giving so many of these young players a chance.
Here's Musgrove. Well, what a start. The Warrington coaches were behind us. They didn't even realise that their team had scored. They weren't expecting to have the ball. Well, they might be about to score again here. That was a great tackle on halfway. Stopped Holroyd dead in his tracks. But the Wolves are rolling forward here. Dufty bounces out of one. Can he get an offload away? No, he can't. Push to the ground. 35 away. And here is Ratchford, the man of the moment. Steps, but can't find his way through the line. Tackle made, last one. What have they got here? Hayes is the go-to man. He's going to stand up the kick high towards this near side. Kershaw gets up high. Well, that was quite a unique catching style, but he came up with a ball.
Well, he puts the targets up, doesn't he, as in his hands, and he just looks through his hands on how he's going to catch it. And it comes down perfectly for him. Doesn't panic at all. He knows that his first assignment is making sure that he gets hold of that ball, so he doesn't put his teammates under any more pressure. It's just what they can do here now. Again, roll forward, get through to the kick. Can they get some decent, another offload from them? It's when they get the offload away, there's nothing coming on the back of it. Someone just needs to punch into that next hole as Parata goes into tackle.
Towards the halfway line go the Broncos, as Meadows is going to punt downfield, caught on the full by Dufty. He's everywhere, isn't he, at the back at the moment? They can't find the grass, and here's Dufty now racing forward. McCarney just got enough of him and eventually rolls him to the ground, 10 short of the halfway line. Ball now comes in with Thewlis, who's got a double on the day. Can he add to that this afternoon? Kennedy with the tackle.
Where the ball, Joe? Go free.
Powell in at dummy half, gets it away. Musgrove takes it forward, bumps off one. Good carry, but good work from Parata around the bootlaces. One-handed pick-up from Powell, finds Hayes. Ball back on the inside for Bullock. Almost through, he had support. He wasn't going to pass it, the big fella. Last one, they're going short, and they're going to power through and score. And that's a try for Warrington, who are starting to cut loose now. More points for the Wolves as they bust through. And the try scored. It's a second for Dufty, one either side of the half-time. And Warrington might be getting the points they need to take them top of the table.
Well, the play the ball speed again is hurting London. Zane Musgrove gets his bumpers up. He runs at Reece Butterworth. He just bumps him back, lands on his front, plays the ball quick. Again, it's just a reaction from Warrington to identify space and who to give the ball to. Leon Hayes at the line. Big gaping hole on the inside for Joe Bullock. He couldn't get through, but he knew his next job was to get up and play the ball as quickly as he could. If he gets up, plays the ball quickly, you've got Dufty running at defenders that aren't set. You can see that he identifies where he's going to run, steps off that right foot, goes through again. You had young Adam Allroyd screaming for the ball. He wanted to score his third try of the day. Mike Eccles, Ryan Sheridan. It's been a tough start to this second half.
It has been a tough start as Ratchford again looks for yet another successful conversion. This just a few metres to the right of the post. He has been in fine form today. Dufty's second try, and Sam looks quite relaxed as he looks on with his coaching staff here. Always the potential to be a banana skin, because London will win somewhere. They'll beat somebody, and you don't want to be that first team. But as we'll wait to see if Ratchford can keep this run going.
Come on.
50 now, and he strikes that one through as well. Another 2 points, 36 points to 4. Simple try. Just going back to Mike Eccles, he's realistic in what he expects London to achieve, but he's also honest, and he will not be happy with the opening 7 minutes of this second half because it's not been good enough.
No, really disappointing. It to come out in your first set of 6 when you've got to get through to your kick and defend the next set. Like, if it comes down to fatigue at the back end of the game after 25-30 minutes as you're starting to rotate your players, you could probably cop something. The first minute of the second half, when you throw the ball on the floor and you concede a try, that's what he won't be happy with. That absolutely will be the point that he'll be picking up to his players.
Hold it, wait, hold.
Well, they need to get a stop here if they can, which is easier said than done. Certainly when you're playing a team in the mood that Warrington are in at the moment. As now Powell gets it away. Musgrove with the hands finds Hayes. Short pass to Philbin. Philbin is well met there by Bassett. Finds another. Well, he's still going. The ball's come free. It's picked up by London. I think he's lost that. He has lost it. So Philbin there maybe thought that ball had been ripped out of his grasp, but the officials thought differently.
It's a bit of respite, isn't it, now?
I think
for London. He's wrapped up. And I think you can see, I think it's Campagnolo who does have his hands around that ball. But he's not making a strip at it. You can see the fight from Philbin. The ball comes free.
Wait there, James, stand back.
No, they want the play to go for them. But they won't be disappointed, Warrington, especially looking at the scoreboard. With over 30 minutes to go.
Yeah. Just to tie up that stat, as London come forward here, they're looking to work it from the scrum. Stefan Ratchford is now on 39 successive conversions. The record is 40, so he's equalled the record. He will break it if he kicks his next goal. So it might be a historical moment.
So he wasn't telling porkies to me when he said
wasn't,
that then?
No.
I'll
39 and counting.
Wow.
He's kicked them from all over today, but
today, how many's he had from the sideline?
Inside, he'll be hoping the next one's right in front, surely. Will there be a next one? Well, London are going to try and prevent that from happening as they run the ball here. Little flick pass to keep it alive. Challenging in the middle of the field now is Meadows. He gets it across to Walker, who finds Lovell. Lovell halfway through the tackle, but he's wrestled to the ground 30 metres away. Now a quick play of the ball. Kennedy on the charge. That was a better carry.
Yeah, that's it. Tried to pick out Sam Powell. Sam Powell was helped by a couple of his teammates then.
Ball now here with Meadows. Meadows gets it away. Last tackle. Ball back on the inside to Walker. Flick pass finds Maludi. Ball over the top for McCarney. McCarney kicks back inside. Oh, they didn't ground it. They didn't ground it. Maludi's knocked it on. And that was a chance gone begging. McCarney's kick was perfect.
That was absolutely outstanding. What about that ball from Walker? Round his back. Gives it to McCarney. Brilliant kick. And Maludi, well, he just scuffs it, doesn't he? That was brilliant. Outstanding play from them. Campagnolo with a good ball over to McCarney on the wing, and a good kick, but just couldn't get it. That's what I mean. They do play some good rugby, man.
They do. We saw that at Hull a few weeks ago when they very nearly got their first win. There's the pass. What a pass. Around the back of his body. In contact. So now they need to win some more contacts because Warrington are already on halfway. Here's Musgrove again. He's certainly hitting the ball on the advantage line. And an offload. Did they take that in, Powell? He did. He just held on to it. Dufty into the line. Turns, but he's tackled by Meadows. 40 metres out from the line. They're looking for more points here. A win of 47 or more would send the Warrington Wolves top on points difference above Wigan and St Helens. So there is a little bit to play for in this second half. Ball now works its way to Hayes. Gets it away to Ratchford. Ratchford into the line. Tackled 20 metres out. It's under half an hour remaining here. They're going down that short side with Hayes. Gets the ball away. Quick hands, and they could be in again. They are in again. And it's going to be a hat-trick for Josh Zulis. He cuts through to score. The Warrington fans celebrate. And Warrington now are moving in towards pole position at the top of the Super League table.
Well, it's like they just poked the hornet's nest when they had a chance down at the other end. And Alex Walker come up with that brilliant ball around the back. McCarney gets the kick away. Hakim Maludi just couldn't quite take it in. Well, Warrington, like all top teams do, they'll go up the other end of the field and they'll inflict some pain on you. And they go down the short side, and when they identify that short side, it's a good ball from Leon Hayes to Wrench. All those young players, Hayes, Wrench, and then Foulis cuts inside, gets down. Should he have gone a bit further towards the stick to make this kick easier for Stefan Ratchford?
Well, it is going to be, if he kicks it, a Super League record for Stefan Ratchford. So a big moment here. Can he make it to 40 successful kicks? He's 6 from 6 on the day.
I actually think he's took the ball more towards the touchline then, because he's been having some joy over there. Thinking, right, they've been hard all day. I'll keep it there, see what I can do.
It was interesting though, wasn't it? Seeing and feeling the excitement of Sam and the coaching staff. They really want him to get this record, don't they?
Exactly. It's a team sport, whether you're coaching the team or whether you're playing out there or whether you're in the squad. You want the players who put on the jersey and play in the same team as you to get, you know, recognition for what they do. And this is a big moment here for Stefan Ratchford. And like I said, I love looking at Stefan Ratchford, what he's done. He's not been playing this year, obviously. Change of new guard and all that, new players coming in. Sam Burgess will be hoping that he gets this over.
Well, this for a moment of history. The fans will tell us they're behind the posts. Strikes it towards the uprights. He's got it. 40 successful kicks for Stefan Ratchford. His role goes on. Big smile for him. Good day this for the Warrington Wolves. They came here having made changes. And it's high fives all round for Ratchford.
Like I said, I'm sure he just stepped out a metre or two towards the sideline from where Fulis actually grounded the ball. He kicks that, incredible. One of the nicest lads you'll meet in the sport, Steph Ratchford. He's had some joy over his career, and now he's helping the likes of this man on, Leon Hayes, and how to play the game and what you do, not just on the field but off the field as well, to have a long time and a long career in the sport.
Here goes Bullock. If he thought he'd be playing in round 5 for the Wolves when he went on loan to Hull, but he went there and he made an impact, and he's back in the team, and that's another good carry from Zane Musgrove, who's been good off the bench.
He's got good technique, hasn't he, when he goes into contact, whoever goes high on him.
Here's Hayes trying to slice his way through. Well, it's been another tough afternoon for the Broncos. Can they limit the damage, or are Warrington in the mood to pour on some points? Well, they're going to get a bit of respite there because it's an incorrect play of the ball. Not the end to the set the Wolves would have wanted.
No, well, Liam Rush, no, all the refs right the way through the league and this season, they've been implementing these rules, and they've been very consistent. If you just step over the ball, we're going to penalise you for it. And that's what Liam Rush has done. He's had a little look. They've got a lot to deal with, refs and touch judges. And he's done the job, what's asked of him. Well done, Liam Rush.
Yeah, one of the upcoming officials. We've seen a lot of him in the Championship. Now he's getting his turn in the Super League, and he's taken it pretty well. What can London muster here? They carry it through the middle. Much joy at the moment. Dummy, here's Meadows, gets it out the back. Here's Ollie Leyland, who's on from the bench. He finds an offload to Meadows, and then Meadows runs straight into Musgrove, who just hugs him to the floor there.
I don't think he'll thank young Ollie Leyland for that pass, will he?
Here's Butterworth, gets it away. Well, he's been a positive. It will be interesting whether or not London can keep hold of him for any length of time, because he's certainly added some go forward for them. I mentioned he was the League One Player of the Year at Dewsbury. Little chip over the top. Dufty's races onto it though. Look, whenever you try and land the ball, when Dufty's about, when he's in this kind of mood, this kind of form, it's almost impossible to get it on the grass.
Yeah, but your key as a kicker is finding the grass, whether you've got to kick it in front of him or behind him, because the pace of him coming onto that ball, if he comes onto the ball like that and there's a bit of a gap, he's already at top flight and he's going to damage it. He's going to get through the line. You've got to kick it away from him. Joe Philbin here with a really good, strong carry. Look at that, 15 metres.
Good strong bust up the middle. Here goes Ratchford now, gets it away to Dufty, and they're on the outside again. They're racing through. The kick on the inside is on. It's picked up here. Leyland gets it. Leyland's racing away. He might need some support. He dummies. He's still going. Then he passes it, and he's got in the touch. And Warrington celebrate. Well, Leyland just didn't have the gas, did he, to get up the sideline. He made a brave effort, but Warrington get back.
Yeah, well, Fulis, you thought that Fulis was going to get in and score the try when they pumped that ball. He's going for it. He kicks the ball in field. It goes straight into the hands of young Ollie Leyland, and he gets the ball. He skirts down the sideline. He's just using everything that he's got. Look at him. He pumps the ball in field, and it's young Max Wood, just in his third appearance, comes across the young forward and just bundles him over the sideline.
Leyland, who started every game up until this one, who was on the bench today. Ollie Leyland, his brother Bill, sadly out for the season with an ACL problem, and that was a big dent into London's hopes as Harrison carries forward. He'd like a try on a landmark day for him. 150th career appearance as Hayes gets it to Ratchford. They're going back to that right-hand side. The pass, though, not a good one. Picked up by Fulis, who did well, actually. McCarney, I think, was hoping to get him into touch, but he couldn't quite manage it. Ball back into the centre of the field here. Little step. London rushing out, trying to cause Warrington some problems. Warrington at the moment are coming up with the answers as the ball now works its way across to Hayes, who finds Dufty. Ball over the top for Ashton. Ashton goes in and out. Meadows, credit to him, makes his tackle. Ashton fighting to get up. He's had to watch the far side of the field get plenty of the tries so far. Philbin finds Hayes. Who gets it away now? Powell gets it away. Ratchford thought about the big ball over the top, and he might wish he had it done now because he goes to ground, and that will be the turnover.
Well, they had so many options in the Stephen Ratchford. A couple of the Warrington players were caught in two minds on what they should do and what was in front of them. Well, he just takes the tackle, turns the ball over again. It's just 20 metres from London's line. It was not a bad set of six, really, for London defensively then.
Here's McCarney. Warrington seemingly were offside there, but I think the referee had said that they were too slow playing the ball. London, here's Kershaw looking to inject a bit of fight. That's a good run. Gets it away. Lovell couldn't take it in. It was on, but Lovell just couldn't take in the pass. He looks up to the sky. That was a great carry from Kershaw.
And that's what you want from your wingers, like coming out of trouble. Like years gone by, wingers were just there to score tries, weren't they? Now they're so important, bringing the ball away from the line. Look at that. He's not the biggest Kershaw, but he makes himself big going into tackle, gets rid of a couple of players, tips the ball onto Lovell, who just can't quite take it. There's nobody in front of him as well. But good play, a good signing, came down on the trial. I said it last week. I know, given an opportunity to resurrect his career, Lee Kershaw, and he's took the chance.
Yeah, he's going to score tries, isn't he? If you give him the opportunity. Sam Burgess will be hoping he doesn't get any more. There might be one incoming here because Warrington have got to that edge again. Sidestepping forward. Wrench on that far side goes to ground. 25 away. Ratchford in at dummy half. Ball carried forward here. Allroyd it is with a tackle. And now the ball centre field. It's Max Wood. Drives it forward, the youngster. He's a big athlete. He's trying to power his way to the line. He's going to take some putting down. He isn't put down either. A couple of metres out. Powell drops it off for Harrison. He thought for a moment he was going to get the try to mark the 150, but he's denied this time. Warrington are right where they want to be. They'll fire it back to Hayes. Gets the ball over the top. Ashton nowhere to go. What a pass that was back to Dufty. And Dufty is again tackled, this time by Meadows. Last one incoming. What a bit of handling that was. Here now is Hayes. Little stab kick. It bounces off. It'll bounce for Harrison. And it's a gift for the big man. He does mark the 150 with a try. The kick through was deflected. And that was an absolute gift. James Harrison on the board. Second of the season. But a landmark day for him. And it could be a landmark day for the Warrington Wolves. They could be heading top of the Super League.
Well, he's an honest player, isn't he, James Harrison? Continuously offers himself, pushes up. 150th career game, like you said. And he just benefits here from his honesty. The ricochet, you can see he's just pushing up and helping his halfback. And he gets himself in the frame. Whether he's going to receive a tip on, he doesn't receive the tip on, he gets a nice kind bounce. And he gets over. Look at that, Hayes again, just looking, getting the ball out wide to Ashton. Nice play from him, gets the ball back in field. Meadows gets hold of Dufty. They're not letting him get free. And that man benefits the next play.
Well, he comes from good stock, of course. His dad, Carl, a former front rower of some note. James Harrison on the board. And they're closing in on 50 points. So I guess the main talking point now from a Warrington perspective is, A, how many they're going to win by, and B, is Stephen Ratchford going to extend his record?
Well, if he does extend this record, what's the winning margin that they need to win by? Is it 47 for them to go top?
So one more try they would need and a goal. Well, there's Ratchford then, taking his time. No smiles for Warrington. Well, they've come here without their first choice half-back pairing of Drinkwater and Williams. And Hayes and Ratchford are more than able deputies today. They will meet again next week in the Cup up at the Halliwell Jones, and then Catalans go there as well. So intriguing couple of weeks ahead. Ratchford, the run continues. Another strike for him. Another one in the car park. 48 points to 4.
And so Sam Burgess just applauds what he's seen from his side. James Harrison's the man who benefits, and it's just the attacking shape that they do have. Nice kick from Hayes, just played up by London, and that man benefits. James Harrison, the Warrington fans who've travelled down, good contingent of them, well stood behind the sticks. Happy what they've seen so far on St Patrick's Day.
Yeah, they are. Here's Harrison, the try scorer, brings it back. Final 18 minutes or so here. It'll be a tough 18 minutes, you feel, for the Broncos as Philbin ramps up, but he's well met on this occasion.
Nice strong carry from Max Wood. Again, the marker's just struggling to quite get set, and great kick here. Has he got it?
I think it was pretty close.
Sam Powell, well, I tell you what, it was on the line, if not over the line.
It is, you were right, it is a 40-20. Just what you need when you're getting absolutely blitzed here like the Broncos are at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bit of brilliance.
Clever play, nothing in it as well. They were begging for it to go the other side of the red line, so it's not a 40-20. Nice kick, nice play, Sam Powell.
Here they are then, 10 away. Hayes to Dufty. Dufty gets it away for King. King cuts back in off that left foot, across the field, looking to try and catch defenders out. Bumps off one, bumps off two. He's still going. Meadows just tries to get hold of the ball and they'll stop him. Just a metre away. Ball swings across here now. Taken forward. And the tackle is made 5 metres out. Powell comes back. Ball will bounce. Kindly for Dufty, picks it up, puts the burners on, looking for the hat-trick of his own, gets a pass away. Hayes trying to get there, just straight down a metre short. They're right there, they're going to that right-hand side again. Ratchford back inside for Dufty, and that's the hat-trick. And that's the try that could be sending Warrington to the top of the Betfred Super League at the end of round 5. They raise the 50, and it's Dufty with a hat-trick for the Wolves.
And there was a difference when Warrington passed the ball and it hit the ground. Talk about London, when they came out in the second half, the ball went on the ground, nobody picked it up. Warrington capitalised and scored. The ball went on the ground here from Warrington, but they were just eager and hungry to get down, pick the ball up. And Sam Powell, look at this for a kick. Good play from the hooker. He knows exactly what he's got to do, when he's got to do it. And Steph Ratchford gives the ball, tips it back inside to Matt Dufty, who's looked dangerous all year.
He has looked dangerous. He scored right at the side of the post. Now, we've been talking a lot about Stephen Ratchford's goal kicking. He's on 41 at the moment, and that is the world record held by Liam Finn, Jamie Ellis and Reece Martin. So this for another record for Stephen Ratchford.
Wow. This is one of the easiest ones that he's got as well.
Oh, I don't believe you just said that, Terry O'Connor.
Can I take that back, sorry. If you're a London fan, you're not hoping, obviously, that this goes over. But if you're a fan of the sport, you're hoping that he nails it. You know, records are there to be broken. And Steph Ratchford, well, on the verge of one.
Can he do it? That's the angle he's got. The Warrington fans behind the posts. Stephen Ratchford.
Stand back on.
This one. Oh, he's missed it. He's pulled it wide. Can you believe it? Terry O'Connor's jinxed him, and Ratchford joins Finn, Ellis and Martin on 41. He cannot believe it.
I told you it was too easy for him. He's been nailing him from the sideline. He's been knocking him over from everywhere, and he scuffs it. As soon as he kicks it, he knows that he sliced it. Well, if there is any such thing as been jinxing somebody, I do apologise to Steph Ratchford. But I said I thought it was a bit too easy for him.
Wow. He's got to start again now.
Yeah.
Well, that's life, that's sport. You never quite know what's going to happen. But crucially now, and this is an important factor, because Warrington will leap above Wigan and St Helens at the top of the table on points difference. Now remember, Wigan and Saints meet in rivals round on Good Friday. You'll see it live on Sky Sports. Hull is first up on Good Friday. Make a note in your diary for that one, as this is the last tackle. Hayes thought about running it, did run it, bumps off one, got rid of Butler, he's still going, he gets the ball away, big dummy here, could be a chance. Oh, they went to ground, and the ball goes to ground as well, and maybe Warrington there, an opportunity gone begging. There is a Broncos player down getting some treatment, hopefully they'll be okay.
And it's big Tom Whitehead, he throws that dummy, and then he drops the ball, he cuts the ball back towards, I think it was Connor Wrench, who just stepped off his right foot, goes without the ball. The pass needed to be an easier pass for him to take.
Yeah, so player getting treatment there. We mentioned that rivals round is incoming. Castleford Leeds, Thursday the 28th of March, 7:55 on Sky Sports Action. And what about this for a double-header? Hull KR got a great win yesterday, take on Hull FC, who got a bit of a beating, and we follow that up with St Helens against Wigan. Going to be a sellout, that one. Best place to watch it on Sky Sports Action, Good Friday, 2:45. Warrington take on the Dragons on Saturday, just before 3 o'clock. We follow that up with Salford, looking to bounce back from that agonising late loss against Wigan. They take on Leigh, and London Huddersfield will round off rivals round. I wonder what's going through Stefan Ratchford's thoughts at the moment. They cannot believe it. He drilled it low, didn't he? He's actually pulled it.
I said, look at his reaction, straight away. As soon as he kicked it, he knew.
I don't think they could believe it either. I don't think anyone could believe he missed that one. He's nailed everything today.
All the hardest ones.
They're leaving the field
Jacob
for London.
Jones is, yeah. He was struggling, took a bit of a knock.
He did.
Looks like he's done for the day.
Yeah. Well, they go for a head injury assessment. Even if he passes, he won't be back. But they'll be hoping he passes, because they'll want him available next weekend. It is the Cup next week. These two meet again up at the Halliwell Jones. The ball now working its way forward with London. Good travelling contingent from Warrington. They're pretty happy with what they've seen so far today. It's been another tough day at the office for London. And London have got Huddersfield here in rivals round, then they go to Hull KR, Salford at home, and Castleford chucking that cup visit to Warrington next week in the Challenge Cup before that one. Here now goes Leyland. Leyland into the line, beats one. Little sidestepping run takes him up towards halfway. Not too many opportunities second half. And that will be frustrating as Meadows gets it away. Quick hands on this near side, finds Bassett. Bassett half through the tackle, King's all over him. And King makes the tackle inside the Warrington 30-metre line. Here is Meadows, they're coming back short side. Campagnolo, great flick, finds Lovell. Lovell kicks through, picked up there by Ratchford, and that will be the turnover. Warrington, well, they of course have got London. Then we mentioned that Catalans rematch. The Dragons beat them in round one. Trip to Leeds, and they're at home to Leigh and Salford. So nothing easy in that little run. Exciting times at the minute at the top of the Super League table.
Yeah, well, lots of those top teams can beat each other. The next 4 or 5 weeks is going to be pretty critical to where some of them are going to be finishing. And you can even, I'm not saying you can predict where they'll finish the back end of the year, but the next 4 or 5 weeks will certainly help those positions and give you a chance and maybe a look at what you need to do the back end of the year, the second half of the year. A big kick from Leon Hayes, well taken by Kershaw.
It is, and he's looking to launch a counter-attack, and he's racked up 20 off his own line. Well, the London fans will want to see some more points from their side. They did create opportunities but haven't been able to take them. And here now is Campagnolo, gets it away to McCarney. McCarney wrapped up just outside the 40-metre line. 10 minutes remaining. Here is Meadows, gets the ball away. They're over halfway. What can they do at the end of this set? The ball now comes to Campagnolo. Ball over the top, he's intercepted. Well, it was on, but I think that pass had a second-class stamp on it.
Well, they're letting it move, aren't they? And they're throwing it about, but unfortunately the ball just goes into Ashton's hands.
He was waiting.
Look, it was always going to be difficult for London. They've got to get through these games, you know, when they play the top sides, and they've got to look at the teams around them, who they can pick off.
Well, look, we know for a fact they could have and should have won at Hull. They lost in the last seconds of that game. And you think that they are without, and we've got to mention this, they're without several big forwards, and that's where they're struggling. We highlighted that earlier on. The go forward is not quite what it should be. Here's Bullock. He is going forward off that Vaughan offload, and he's rampaging down the middle. And they'll play it 15 away. One-handed pickup again. Here's Vaughan. He's hungry for some points of his own. He slams the ball down. Ratchford thought about the big pass. Well, he might have missed out on the world record, but he helps himself to a try. Ratchford is over. And Warrington, 56 points to 4 to the good here.
Yeah, Stefan Ratchford, well, he goes over. He would have been hoping that that try that he scores there would have been for the record. Unfortunately, he didn't get it, but do you know what? This is Stefan Ratchford, and what we see, look, just turns up, follows the big blokes, just gets himself in a position. He looks up, he assesses what's out over on the left-hand side, and then out the corner of his eye, he spots there's a bit of space, and some of the defenders have just quite clocked off. You can see, looks up before he was about to throw the ball, and it's there for him. It just opens up. And some of those London players you can see just starting to walk, and they can't prevent him from scoring the try. Another 4 points conceded.
We've seen a lot of Sam Burgess up in the coaching area today, and he looks relaxed. He smiles all round. It's been a good day, but he'll be pleased that his side haven't switched off. They've not got sloppy, have they? They've not taken liberties either. They've played it on merit, haven't they? What's in front of them?
Yeah, and that's what you're looking for as a coach. You want inconsistency from your players, no matter who you're playing, whether you're playing top of the table or bottom of the table. Like Mike Eccles' side, you want your team to go out there and perform week in, week out. They lost in round 1. Since that, they've gone on to beat Hull, Castleford, Hull KR, beat London, and now over the next few weeks they'll start playing some of those bigger teams that you need to be hitting form.
Well, having equalled the record,
starts again.
He starts again, and he's off and running. 9 from 10 on the day. He'll be having plenty of thoughts about the one that got away from him. He's giving himself a talking to now.
You can see him shaking his head. But Sam Powell, nice play, tries to get Paul Vaughan a one-on-one, shapes the pass, the gap opens up, he goes himself. Like I said, 9 out of 10 kicks.
He's got 22 points today, and he's going to go absolutely gutted.
Oh, he'll be devastated going back on the coach. I'm sure the lads will be upset for him, but on the back of them being upset for him, they'll be ribbing him about it.
They will. But that's part of being a team, isn't it?
Is, yeah.
You know. Here is Vaughan carrying again. Just over 6 minutes remaining. He wanted to offload it. He couldn't offload it. Well, we saw Warrington get that win at Hull KR. We mentioned it right at the start of the show as they're looking to offload it again here. Ashton gets it away to Ratchford. He gets it away centre field to Wood. Wood is locked up. We mentioned maybe it's a win that Warrington of old may not have got over at Hull KR. They got that, so they've proved they can tough it out, and now they've come here and proved they can play some lovely rugby as well.
Yeah, well, they showed some character, didn't they? I said a lot of the players will come of age this year, helped by some senior players. This lad in particular, I'm looking forward to seeing how he progresses over the next few years.
Yeah, nice one. Parata just slowly getting into the line. He took a bang. Let's hope he's okay. Here now is Fawn, gets it away. They're going to kick in behind Ilyas Makani, who hopes that this will roll dead. It does. It will be a 7 tackle. 20-metre restart, just over 5 remaining here. The Wolves going top of the Super League.
Even when Tom Whitehead gets this ball there, back row, he kicks it. He's not afraid to show the skills that he's got, the young man. He doesn't get the kick that he wants, but still the confidence that they've got to even try that sort of play.
Good now.
Forward Bassett. Breaks through.
Move, James! Back, Joe. Joe, pull it back. Go, one more.
Played here by Butterworth. Gets it away.
That's fine, shoulder. 2! Move, Paul!
It's made. Short of the halfway line.
Go 2.
Now the ball works its way into the hands of Campagnolo.
3! Move,
Right, so Warrington fans, you can hear here at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. Been a good day for the Wolves so far. Can London put some more points on? Here's Lovell. They have created opportunities. They didn't take them.
Release, James. 4.
And that will sting when they look back at this game. But
Go 4, play on, you're holding him in.
made too many errors, the Broncos. Good hands though there, gets it away to Leyland. He's going to roll the kick in behind for Makani. Makani will get the ball, flicks it back in. He's play on here. Leyland tries to duck under a tackle and he's going to have to go to ground. This is the last one. Makani again thought he was over for the 100th, but he couldn't get there. They're going to go down the short side. Maludi kicks it and he's collected in goal. Well, surely he's been dragged over the line. Well, we said the referee's had a good day, Terry. That's the easiest call of the day.
He's nailed everything, really, hasn't he, Liam Rush?
But can't drag the player. He's on the floor.
Hakim Maludi, right, the magician, and give him compliments when he does things right, but you don't need to do that and put yourself under pressure when you're getting beat by, what, 54 points.
On the cross.
Still time for some more points for the Wolves.
Surrender.
They're desperate for London to score, in all honesty, and just give them something. Look, they're fronting up, they're trying everything.
Move, James Meadows.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're beaten because of the team that you're playing. Nice play from Joe Bullock. Musgrove loses it. Here goes Leyland.
Racing up the middle.
0.
Well, one thing that we do know, Rivals round is going to see the top 4 teams going head-to-head. So somebody's going to gain a big advantage over that Rivals round set of fixtures. Pull a couple of points clear at the top. London get it away here to Meadows. Meadows gets it away to Bassett. Bassett just had to wait for the ball. And he now is going to take the tackle.
Go 2, Leon, you're out, Leon. 3, move, Toby. Back, Toby King, you're out.
Here with Butterworth, he's having a run. Well, he had bodies outside him there, Butterworth. Maybe he could have passed it and he slammed into the turf here. He would have felt that.
Back, Joe. Hold.
And the ball now, they're going to that far side. Here's Campagnolo now, miss up pass, flick pass to Makani. Makani gets it away back to Maludi. Maludi dummies to kick, comes across the field. He's still running across the field. Now he is going to kick, he's looking for Kershaw. Ashton beats him to it, and Ashton is tackled in goal, I think. No, stayed in the field of play. Inches away.
He does well to get back in the field of play because Kershaw looked like he'd manhandled him, got him over. Nice line speed by Reece Butterworth. The first play. Again, just getting the bodies in front, trying to dominate Warrington. Toby King when he's bringing the ball away.
They haven't had too many chances to do this, have they, truth be told? Certainly not in the second half.
And this is any defender who defends. You want to defend down here. You know that you've got your teammate either side here. You're not presenting any gaps. And Paul Vaughan, look at him now. Just doing the props job, coming out of trouble. Look at them post-contact meters yet again.
He's a machine, isn't he? Absolute machine, being a really good signing for the Wolves. It's Hayes hits it away, did well to regain his feet there. Might have put a little bit too much on it, he does. So one last set for the Broncos then. Looking for some consolation points, but that's all it would be. for them.
He's not Batman.
We know that Warrington are going to the top of the Betfred Super League table on points difference. Wigan do have a game in hand, we shouldn't forget that. The champions unbeaten start to the season.
Back Joe, wait. Hold, go 0.
Rodgers carries up the middle. Is there one bit of brilliance left in the Broncos?
Release! One,
running out of time. Rodgers takes exception to the tackle. Here now is Meadows, finds Lovell. Lovell gets it away, ball is knocked forward. And that will be a turnover in play. And here now goes Ratchford. Is there one more left in Warrington? Ratchford puts his head through, gets it away to Musgrove, who's tackled. Meadows, to be fair, has made a few good tackles today. But that's it. Full-time whistle goes on. A record-breaking and a record-equaling day for Stefan Ratchford. Sam Burgess' side, though, moved to the top of the Betfred Super League, courtesy of a stunning display. They ran 10 tries in total, and it's been a job well done for the Warrington Wolves. Paul Vaughan, more big meters for him. Sam Burgess making his way back down to the dressing room. We'll hear from Sam shortly. Stefan Ratchford, well, he broke the Super League record, he equalled the world record, he couldn't quite break it. He'll be thinking about that on the way home. Maybe just explaining to James Meadows there. All the reaction to come. We'll hear from our player of the match. We'll hear from the coaches as well. The Broncos have been beaten. Warrington, go top. So a big day in the Betfred Super League and a big win for Warrington, who moved to the top courtesy of their 58 points to 4 victory over the London Broncos. Plenty of goals for Stefan Ratchford, a record-breaking and a record-equaling day for Stefan. He is our Betfred player of the match, and he joins us now. Stefan, congratulations and commiserations all at once. We've got to ask you, how does it feel?
Yeah, I think a mixture of that. Obviously delighted with, you know, what I've done previous, but yeah, that last kick, I think I just kind of got inside my own head there, and yeah, technique went out the window. It was like one of my golf shots. That a nice old shank to break the record, or not break the record, but yeah, overall, you know, a good afternoon.
Yeah, you got the Super League record, you've equalled the world record, and from a team point of view, Stefan, you've gone top of the table with that display today.
Yeah, I think it was a great display. Obviously, we're not looking too far ahead in terms of the table, but you know, you mentioned it there. It's a nice position to be in. But you know, we spoke about coming down here. We've seen London the last couple of weeks, and you know, if you turn the ball over in dangerous places, they're a dangerous team, and they like to attack, and they throw some good shapes at you, and they do score points. So we knew we had to be, you know, kind of ruthless today. And I thought, you know, the way we started the game, the first 10-15 minutes, I thought we really executed the plan we wanted to, and yeah, it was a good afternoon all around.
You've not probably got the game time you would have wanted so far. Has it been a frustrating period for you?
Yeah, slightly. Obviously, it was, you know, disappointing. I picked up an injury a couple of weeks before the season started, so you know, the pre-season games against Widnes and Lee, obviously the games weren't fit for the lads. You know, got ahead of me on that, and you know, performed relatively well. So the Catalan game, I was kind of 50-50 for that, and he decided to stick with the team, and it was, you know, a good performance. So I've kind of had to bide my time, but you know, I'm one of the players who'll just do the job that I'm asked to do when the time comes, and you know, we've got a quality squad here, and it's lads who don't play, you know, each week. We can only pick 17 players, so lads who don't play each week are fully behind the 17, and you know, we've got to be ready for when that time comes to, you know, to perform. And yeah, it's nice to get everyone out here today, and you know, hopefully give Sam a few headaches, you know, moving forward. I know George, you know, when George is fit, he'll come back in, but you know, Sam spoke to me about, you know, he likes the fact I can cover a couple of positions. So yeah, all I can do is when I get the game time is just enjoy it and, you know, play as well as I can, and hopefully that gives Sam some headaches.
Yeah, just the last one. You've got a new coach in, new belief, new confidence about the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, Sam's been great. You know, ever since he come in, he's put a lot of belief in the lads. You know, when he got announced he got the job last year, he watched quite a lot of our games towards the back end, so he's been, you know, picking up on stuff that we do well, stuff that we need to improve on, and from day one in pre-season, that's been the goal, is, you know, improving and moving forward. And I feel like we're making good strides under Sam. We're not perfect yet. We know we've got a lot of improvement in us, but we'll keep focusing on improving week to week, and if we can pick up results like this, every once in a while along the way, it'll put us in a good position come the end of the year.
Good stuff. Stefan, congratulations on your Player of the Match award and on the Super League record. You started again on the world record attempt. Best of luck.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Stefan Ratchford, our Player of the Match then. It was a busy old second half, and it got off to a great start. Not for the Broncos after they didn't deal with the first set.
Yeah, well, the first set of 6, they conceded a try, they made the error. They gifted the ball to Warrington. We said how important it was for them to come up with some decent sets, build your way back into that game in the second half. Unfortunately, Josh Fulis, he goes in for his second of the afternoon, just 2 minutes into that second half, and then again, just all that field position that they have. Joe Bullock goes through, doesn't panic whatsoever. They know that if he gets up, plays the ball quickly, they'll get him on the next play, and Dufty just isolates a defender, spots some space, uses that electric footwork that he's got and gets over for the try. And Warrington, they've been looking at short side plates a number of times this year. Some nice hands from the homegrown youngsters all involved. Hayes, then on to Wrench, then on to Thulis, and that's his hat-trick try. Oh, the wingers scoring, they're doing all the things that they need to do. Matty Ashton keeps the ball in. Again, Duffy just trying to get hold of him, trying to stop the play. And James Meadows stops him, gets a ricochet from the kick, and it's the big boys who now take a turn in Harrison. When he goes over, and I'm sure his dad Carl would have given the biggest cheer here today, watching his son use his footwork and beat a winger to get over and score a try. And Dufty not to be outdone. Again, they play on the front foot, they're looking around, they're assessing what's in front of them. Couple of side steps, they go. Dufty then just resets. You can see he just positions himself out of the back here. He gets the ball. Again, it just too easy for him when he goes in for his third try. And the man of the moment comes up next, Steph Ratchford. What was it, 22 points that he scored in this game, 9 goals and a try. Steph Ratchford, well, there it is. That's what's needed. He didn't get the record, he missed the goal, he got the try though. That's all that counts.
It is indeed. Right, OK, we've heard from our Player of the Match. Let's hear from the winning coach then, Sam Burgess. Congratulations, top of the Super League table. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, I was very pleased with the performance. I thought we had to come here and do some little parts of the game quite well. We did that early, so I was happy with that. And obviously we scored some great tries as well. But, we're down on numbers. But everyone that came in did a great job, so I was very happy with them.
A word for Leon Hayes, his third different partner in 3 weeks, but he's doing pretty well for you, isn't he, the young fella at the minute?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had a lot of change in the halves, in the forward pack, and Leon just seems to manage it quite well. He's a composed young man, a student of the game, so he's unflappable, he's great, he's learning, he's figuring things out as he goes, but some continuity would be nice for him.
Great excitement for Stefan Ratchford. I know you mentioned it to Terry at half-time.
Yeah.
Terry jinxed him for the one for the world record. You look gutted up there for him. I think the lads were gutted for him.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, he's nailed them from the sideline all year, and then he missed probably one of his easiest kicks of the year. But it's a great achievement nonetheless. I think he had 41 consecutive goals. And it's probably a credit to his training. He practices longer than anyone else. And he's just a great bloke to have around, so I'm pleased. I think he did equal the record. I think he equaled the record tonight, so that's a great feat. But I think he'll be filthy with himself for that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't jinx him, Sam, by the way.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did, Tez. Yeah, I know you would have been death riding him there.
I didn't. Look, you've been given the job, mate, to come in and turn Warrington around. But you've shown a lot of faith in some of the youngsters, and you've given them a role to go out there and play. You've got so much confidence, but you have got some great kids at your disposal, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I certainly have. We've got a great academy system. Obviously, Gary Chambers and his team there have built, a great plethora of players for me to choose from. And the ones that are playing have had a great pre-season, so they've earned my trust, and that's the most important thing. But, like today, we had so many players missing. But we have the next man up mentality. We've all trained all pre-season, different scenarios. So everyone's ready to go, and I expect, once they put the shirt on, that they do the job, and that's all that's required.
Very good. Sam, congratulations on being top of the table. Safe trip home, and do it all again next week in the Cup. Thanks a lot.
Look forward to it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Sam Burgess then. Well, they were big winners today. They joined Wigan, St Helens, Hull KR, Lee and Catalans in the winners' circle. Big win for the Warrington Wolves means that in the new table, after 5 rounds of the Betfred Super League table, it is the Warrington Wolves who sit top of that table. And a reminder that in Rivals round, the top 4 will do battle. What a weekend that promises to be. Warrington will take on the Dragons and Wigan will take on St Helens. So 4 points all joined, 4 teams on 8 points at the top. At the bottom, the Tigers and the Broncos yet to win. We thank you for joining us here at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. It's been a good day for the Warrington Wolves and almost a record-breaking one for Ratchford.
Sky Sports. Feel it all.